It may seem like a very small accomplishment, yet what we have before us is testament to the skills that our rescuees have learnt so far. The first log cabin is complete. The structure, that is, it's still missing beds. But as Hilma stands out there in the noon winter's light, tears of pride flow. The next step for this structure will be beds of some kind, and being able to harvest a whole heap of grass is certainly going to make that easier. So that will be part of the focus today. But as stated in the last, we will endeavor to further this camp. And so with that, let us begin. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Innawood. I do apologize for the disruption to the Innawood schedule. There was a little bit of an issue with one of the more recent updates of Cataclysm, but that seems to have been resolved. That is one of the things that we risk when we are playing on the edge of experimental. But do not fret, I always do back up the previous versions of Cataclysm, so if there is trouble long term, we can always go back. So having a look here at our bulletin board, the next step for us here is building these beds, really. And I am hoping that we can build more than one bed in there. As you can see though, we are going to need a fair amount of withered plants. Supposedly we can use zones to cut grass or to have a setup construction task. That is something that I'm going to be looking at implementing. And I'll be sure to show you how that works as well so that you at home know how to do it too. But that very well could be what's holding us back from being able to make other aspects of this area here, because if we're having a look at this main space, there are a few things that we can build around here. And it looks like the obstacle course is one of those things that just kind of needs to happen. And of course, this space down here to the south, that is the large storage building, which that's much further down the line. One of the things that made building this section so much easier and so much faster was that we were able to use pretty much the entire camp. They all have fabrication 3 now, so that meant that what would usually take a day to build only took them 2 hours. Many hands make light work. And going off of that, I think we're going to need those hands today to help us continue with this construction. Arturo is still out there cutting firewood. I think we are still going to send a few of these folks out so that we still have them doing something. And the other thing that I wanted to address is do not fret about the NPC needs. They may be talking about being really thirsty, but believe me, they're not. They're completely fine. Their needs are taken care of. It's just one of those strange things. And so with that, let's see what we can set you all to do. It looks like we still have some heavy beams, so we're going to get those made into some panels. I'm going to send Ramshackle away to take care of that. In the interest of improving the survival skills through practical means, we'll send the rest out for firewood and for gathering menial materials. And so, with that done and dusted, we're going to head inside, we're going to grab our slightly damaged scythe, and we're going to see if we can't reap a whole load of grass. So I think that's what we're looking for. Construction blueprint. Designate a blueprint zone for construction. And if we search into here for grass, cut grass. Okay, so this is going to be what the zone is called. And we want to cut grass pretty much the whole way along here. We'll go as kind of large as it can let us. We don't really want to go too far down, but we'll go, oh. I guess they changed the extent to which we can drag these things out to. Let's go for something like that. That's obviously a lot of work. I do apologize for all of the flashing, but that's that done. And now, if we hit Shift O, construction plots. Yep, we got the tool we need, so let's see. And there we go. Getting to it, we are harvesting. Okay, there's a goose nearby. And it's not something that we should always concern ourselves with, but we will have a look at it for now. We'll just yell at it. Are you really? Okay, you're gonna do this, huh? That's fine. That's fine. The straw quarterstaff. We'll drop the sickle for now. You really want to do this? It regrets leaving Canada. You are going to regret it further now. Yup. Go. Get. It's not going. It's not getting. So it gets got. Well, I think we're just going to go and try and gather up what we can in the way of straw. We're going to head back, we're going to have something to drink, and then we're going to continue working on this construction zone. This is so much faster than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, it's taking the same amount of time in-game, but it's just a lot easier on my hands, not having to kind of go through all these menus again and again to be able to get this stuff. It's working out, Hilma. And you know what? I think we're just going to store them here for now, because I think we can create a separate storage zone for the settlement. And it's currently too dark to do any more, so we'll go and collect up the rest of the straw that's here. We've had Ed keeping us company during all of this, and we'll take it on over towards the camp. And we'll see how we're looking in terms of grass. Really? That's all? 184? I did think it would be more than that, but you know, that's a start, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to expand our base camp storage, and we're going to say that you can also store in this area if you so desire. And so I think when we bring folks back, they are going to drop stuff off here as well. Okay, that does work out pretty good. Companion seems disappointed that your pantry is empty. Have we already worked through all of those calories? No way. We have. Okay, Hilma. That is something that we're going to have to deal with. That is something that we need to deal with now. Yeah, we are tired right now, but that is definitely something we're going to have to do. I mean, we've got pemmican on us right now. We can probably sacrifice some food, but we might have to start processing some of the frozen bodies that we have around here. We are getting closer with the piles of straw, though. We've got 244 at this point. Yeah, let's head back inside for now. All right, so looking at this pantry, we do have some old cattail stalks in there at the moment. But we do have a lot of frozen food that could be sacrificed. And we've also just got a ridiculous amount of wheat. You know what? We've got pemmican in there. We'll keep our personal pemmican, but for now, that is going to go to the colony. And so we will distribute food and we'll see what we get out of that. That's a fair amount of calories. It's not massive, but it should be enough for the week. So I think we'll go to sleep. I'm tempted to see if we could maybe make some extra sickles, because if we had help with cutting the grass, that would make a massive difference. Yeah, let's just pop on over towards the bed for now. We are going to put on our noise-cancelling headphones though. Yeah, that'll do. So I think we've lost a punch tool somewhere, but we can make stone sickles very, very easily. And they do have some grass cutting quality. It's not as good as a proper sickle or the bronze sickle, but it will do the job. In 7 minutes, we can make a nail punch. Okay. And that's even with our slowed down crafting. We will actually take those gloves off while we work on other things. Let's look at making, we'll say 4, and the others should be able to help us out a little bit with this. And now that that is done, the sun has risen outside. I want to try and see if I can give that to each of them now. Okay, small problem. Most of them are wielding cudgels at the moment. I think we might still be able to get this to work though. The sickles should still be counted as being in the kind of main stockpile here. Yeah, we've just got them stored there with the rest of the tools. The way I see things working is we probably need to, construction. That's what we're looking at. Okay, so jumping into here, we make construction priority 1, and we'll just do that for 4 of our folks. Okay, so these 4 have construction as a priority now. Okay, they're going outside. They're actually going outside. Is this working? Is it? Maybe? What was that? Where did that? It's a stone sickle. Okay, I didn't drop that. So one of them must have dropped that then, I'm guessing. Right? Unless we did some... No, we definitely didn't. Okay, what are you up to? Are you just going to roam around? Quite possibly. Okay, but one of them just dropped a stone sickle outside. Well, we can actually bring Arturo back at the moment, so we'll get you back. And, oh, damn. You do some serious work. Okay, well, we'll be sending you out to continue doing that serious work. And with Arturo, we actually have him cutting logs along our path now. So we've been sending him up and along that way. So we'll just keep on chopping. 1,000 calories? Easy. I do wonder if menial labor would work, but that just seems to be low-level chores. No. Honestly, I think they would probably do it if they had it in their inventory. We can experiment with that because you don't have anything in your hands, do you, Gerald? Come with me for a moment, and we want you to use this stone sickle here. Let's go. Okay, so he's now wielding the stone sickle. We have to go back across here to assign him to the camp again. Gerald, just like that. And now if we go back to jobs, let's just see, Gerald. You do have construction as a job. Are you going to go and do it? No. Seemingly not. What is your current activity? Not doing much. Right, there we go. Please do any construction work that you can. Will you go and do it? Yes. Oh my gosh, she's doing it. It's actually working. Amazing. And that's kind of, that is happening in real time, right? Because I'm passing time. It should take about 5 hours for that to take place. And oh boy. Okay. So, little bit of a hitch there. Everyone just kind of disappeared back inside, I think. And I'll be honest, my computer is not liking this at the moment, but hey, he did it. He also dropped down the stone sickle. Everyone's back now. Okay. So they kind of just seem to be discarding the stone sickles, which isn't helping. Lysandra, can we ask you to do the same effectively? And this will be interesting because she's not currently wielding a sickle. So, yeah. What's your current activity? Not doing much. Let's do some construction then, huh? Okay. And she's heading over and she's doing it. It is just working. Okay, we will talk to the others and we'll get this thing going. And just like that, they're all getting involved. And so I think if we were to go and grab our own stone sickle, because we don't currently have one, we should be able to join them. Look at them go. Okay, construction plots. I think the best thing we could do is probably go a little bit further away, and that will make it easier for us. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. Teamwork. Now, to be fair, it seems to really struggle with the pathfinding side of things here, but it still could work out to be faster overall. So I'm sending the team off now, at least 3 of them, to go and start sorting stuff out. So I think they're going to do that in there and then go and start collecting some of these things. Yay, nay, no, yeah, apparently you're done. Of course, because this isn't considered to be an unsorted zone. Well, let's do something to rectify that then. That should do it, I think. Okay, and yeah, it looks like they're collecting up what they can and they're going to be moving that back on inside. Obviously, they can't carry that much, so I think it's going to take them a little while to do all of this. It might also just be beneficial to have one of them doing it, really. Still, we'll let them do that for a little while. And that's interesting. They've opened the window. That's something that we're going to have to be very cautious of because they can break these windows. They will see this as the shortest path through, which is ridiculous because here's the thing, opening the door takes a while. I think opening the window takes less time, which is, yeah, no, I know. So for some reason, the NPCs see that as the fastest path. I have told them all to not break anything though, so they shouldn't be doing that. It looks like Gerald's pretty happy out here working on that stuff, and looks like they weren't really able to sort out much. It could also be just due to the fact that we're pretty stocked in there. So I think what we're going to do for now with Hilma is just going to go through, pick up what we can. Okay, looks like we're at our max already. And we'll just take this on over to our main storage stockpile. And by the main, I mean our secondary stockpile. And look at that, we actually have enough to be able to make this thing. So it's only 1 fabrication is the skill that's needed. It only takes an hour. So we're going to use the regular sticks and we're going to pretty much send everyone on this because it's going to make it just so much faster for it to be constructed. Yeah, it's only going to take 15 minutes. All right, Hilma, we're just going to pop back inside and rest for a little bit. And, he's having a moment. But Ed, you are a freaking superstar, my friend. You are really, really helping us out with collecting all of this straw. And it's a fair amount of it as well. Good work, buddy. Good work. We're just going to work for a little bit on a hinge. And really, this shouldn't take all that long. We can see that Gerald is finishing lots of tasks out there. We'll actually just stop at 80% because I believe they should be done. Yep, they're all done. Return from your work, and let's just go and see how things are looking down there now. Because I want to see if this was just a singular straw bed after all. Oh no, look at that. It's 2 beds. Wow. Luxury, folks. You guys can sleep here now. Pretty comfortably. Okay, so heading across to here. Okay, it looks like, yeah, for us to continue, it is just more straw. Picking up what Ed has been putting down. And yeah, that's a fair amount of straw that we've got there, but we are certainly going to need more than just that. So he's going to be a busy lad. I think the difference with him is that we actually told him to wield the sickle. So he's continuing to work on it. We could get him some assistance here, couldn't we? All right, we've got Shu wielding that now. A sickle, that is. Okay, and she's off to help with the construction there too. Honestly, this is most certainly the fastest way to do this. And Ramshackle, you're going to go and join, huh? I'm beginning to think the best thing that we could probably do with all of the extra construction stuff that we've got inside is attempt to bring it out here. So to do that, we are going to want to have a look at adjusting a few things. So base camp storage, we are going to go and edit the position. We're going to make it much larger, and it's going to surround this whole area here. We want to make sure that there's going to be enough space for stuff. For a little while there, I thought that we could only have one base camp storage. We can have 2. Okay, so for this one down the bottom, we are going to edit the position, and we're just going to expand it out a little bit further so that we can potentially store more things down here. Look at something like that. And then this one, we want to go and adjust it, and it's a little difficult to do from this far out, but we want to just try and focus in and around on the area where the tools are. So something like that, I think. And we should start shifting all this straw across now, which does make it a lot easier. We've effectively set up a custom zone for all that straw. And it looks like we've got enough to build again. We do. Excellent. Well, we are going to be using sticks, and it looks like it's just going to be Ed and Lysandra for this one, but that still is only going to take them half an hour to do. The root cellar is something that we still need to try and focus on. We need to have one of our colonists having a survival skill of 4, and I think at this stage, we only have 2 that have fabrication 4, so we might have to do some more kind of private lessons. I think it's worth us having these 3 continuing with the grass harvesting down there, so we'll let them stick out that for now. And they're already done. Okay, all right, they are back, and they've got a little bit of extra experience, and I think that'll mean that we have beds on either side now, and we do. That's really good. I feel like that's kind of enough beds for them at this point. Obviously, there are 6 of them, but I could imagine 2 being up at any given time, and hey, we now have the option to expand it. And so this is to the east of us, and I believe that means it's going to be this kind of cabin here. A lot of the stuff is restricted by how many beds we have, and by stuff I mean like the overall expansion of our base. But I'm kind of thinking now that we've got that done, before we jump in and do all this other stuff here, looking at completing this large storage building, that'd be good. Obviously, we'd need a fair few wooden panels for us to be able to do this. And not as many logs as I might imagine. Lots of planks, for sure. So the logging that we have been doing has really been helping. It's the nails that are going to be the issue. But really, at the end of the day, that's only going to be an issue for so long. We have all of these folks here that can help us with crafting. I think we want to call everyone back at this point. So I think the easiest way of doing this is getting rid of this order here. So if we just disable it, will they stop working? I think maybe after they've done this next lot. Let's see. Yeah, they're done. They are done. Excellent. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick sort, grabbing all that straw and bringing it back. Okay, and then let's just make sure we've got everyone. We're missing Arturo. Oh, Ed. Hey, yeah, stick with us, buddy, if you would be so kind. Yeah, Arturo is pretty much going to be constantly working on chopping wood for now because, we need a very large amount of it. We've got lots of logs, so we should be able to get all the planks and stuff like that sorted, but yeah, we'll let everyone just filter in. And then we are working on some hinges here. Let's finish working on the hinges, which we should take our gloves off for. We'll do that for the next lot of things. Going back to the nails, the bronze ones that we were making, they're going to be the most beneficial for us, and that's going to give us a lot. That's 1,000 nails, 18 hours and 18 minutes. And it's not that much in the way of fabrication skill for our colonists, because they're all above 1, but they still will be able to help us out. We are hearing footsteps outside right now. I believe that's just one of the little hatchlings that's out there. Something that we should probably deal with because, yeah, we do want to have an alarm system. Okay, and we're tired. We're at 36%. I'd say that's a big day of work done, Hilma. And I did say that we were going to be advancing time a little bit further, and I think that's what we're going to be doing here. Unless anything wild happens, I'll rejoin you once we've got these nails built, once we've got the sheets of glass built, once we've got everything cut and ready for the construction of that storage building to begin. Oh no. Oh no. You suddenly register a buzzing in your senses. It's getting louder, and your head starts to throb. Something is coming. Do we wake up? Oh my god, no. Okay, good. We wake up. No, we don't wake up. Oh no. Oh, please tell me everything's okay. Everyone's in the cave. Everyone should be in the cave. It's over. Okay. Let's take off our noise-cancelling headgear. Hot damn. Okay. Lisa is asleep. It looks like most of them are asleep. Although, we have to worry about the outside. We're going to quickly eat and drink first before we go and check and see what's up. Lysandra, we're going to wake you up. Yeah, let's go. You and me. Let the others rest for now. We've gotten most of what we need to get done. It took ages. We made a whole heap of glass shards and then turned those shards into sheets of glass. We pretty much used all of the wood ash from all of the fires that we've been burning. It was well over 20,000 units of it. This door's closed. Samo's okay. You're all right. Or maybe the portal stormers aren't interested in creatures. Maybe just people. It's hard to tell because last time when Hilma was damaged, it was her stats more than anything that had been sapped out of her. Yeah. That is strange. But comforting to know that everyone is okay, at least for now. And yeah, things are messy in here, but that's only for so long. We will complete, or rather, get started that storage building. Well, I rejoin you. On the 26th day of winter, we have all the resources we need to be able to get this storage facility up and running. However, we do have some disturbing news. Arturo is still out in the woods currently. He has been our ever-faithful lumberjack, but Sink was out there too, and she is yet to return. A day prior, we heard a blood-curdling scream. Hilma and the others have searched, and we have found no record, no trace of Sink. It's like she just vanished. And so for that very reason, Arturo has been the only one to actually leave here for the last few days. And we are left with Ramshackle, Gerald, Lysandra, and Ed. But thanks to all of their diligent work, and to Sink as well, we do indeed have everything we need. And it is a lot of resources that are going into this. We are going to have some things left over, some planks and some wooden panels and even a few nails. And logs too. As it stands, it says it's going to take about a week and a day for that to get completed. And that's with Fabrication 3. Hey, yeah, okay. It is a pretty big task. And so, let's see if there's anything extra that we can chuck into the pantry for them. Well, there is a lot of just tallow. I don't know how accommodating they would be to that idea, but in saying that, it did keep Hilma alive for a very, very long time. We'll put it in there, and let's go distribute that food. See if they are on board with the idea. No, they are very much against that idea. Okay, that's totally fair. Well, alright then, I suppose we might have to make something new for them. Or the alternative is we sacrifice what we are currently eating, these 41 pieces of pemmican. And the reason I've mostly been eating pemmican throughout winter is that it is a non-perishable food. During spring, during summer, more often than not, we want to be eating the things that we aren't trying to preserve. And so that means in winter, we can eat pemmican and just have to be happy about it. And so they too shall have to be happy with this. We're going to put 30 in for now and see how much time that can buy us. Okay, not much in the way of calories, but it might be enough to get the job done. Let's see. Nope. Well, okay then. Now I would be interested to see if they would eat lard. I mean, tallow is a little different from lard. Actually, I mean, the enjoyability is pretty much around about the same. I think we're going to have a look at making some wheat-free flatbread. And we don't want a massive amount because the shelf life is only a week. That really doesn't take us that long to make with the extra hands. That's another 7,000. Which, okay, it does look like it's going to be enough. And I'm very happy to see that our fabrication skill has been going up across the board. While we have been doing the glass making, everything else, it has been really helping them get better at what they do. I am very sad to have lost Sync because I'm pretty sure that she was up there in terms of fabrication. And I say lost, we still don't know what has happened there. But in between that single portal storm that we had and Sync now AWOL, we are anxious here. But this will give our folks focus. And it's still going to take them a while, 2 days and 1 hour. Well, in that time, Hilma is going to be working on food first and foremost, I believe. We've got a lot of frozen goods in here that we should be able to make use of. As you can see, we've been busy making some nice fresh pies that we're going to go and drop into there. We can even chuck across some of the dehydrated fruit that we've been keeping. Much better. Just going to set up a little bit of a work order for Hilma to attempt tomorrow. We are going to need light to do it. Or we could try and use a little bit of clay oil. Depends how bad the wind is. It might be doable. Let's see. As this field out here, it is going to see some changes. As much as I want to keep this fence up, I think the resources from it are going to be more useful elsewhere. And I mean, she's working pretty quickly here. Oh, and I should also note that she is extremely wary, so yeah, I do want to be a little bit cautious. Hilma, let's go call it a night, eh? And Hilma, we're just going to get straight back into it. Wow, that was a full day's worth of activity to be able to deconstruct all of that there. We're getting a lot of splintered wood, but we're also getting a fair amount of these pointy sticks back out of the process. And another day of activity, very hungry, very thirsty. I don't think we're going to be able to work much longer than that. We're going to head back and I'm going to see how much longer is left on the construction of the storehouse after we take care of our needs. Okay, and they're done. Everyone's done. Arturo, you can head back with even more logs. All of you can head back too. Okay, you got experience, that's good. Now, let's check in with them. You're all here. We're going to have a hard time seeing. Oh no, it's pretty clear out. Okay, moment of truth. And there it is. The start of it. It is a very, very big building. It's going to take a lot of resources to get this thing done, but we can start to store things down here, and that's just going to be easier in general. What we are going to be doing, these windows, we don't need to have these here. We're probably going to be better off just boarding up the windows, so we're going to have a look at taking the sheet glass out of that, because yet again, it's going to add so much to the construction here. But all this work is getting these folks better at what they do. Realizing now just how many nails we are going to need, and it's a lot. This is no small building. Perhaps we would have been better off trying to go for something before building a big storehouse, something like a blacksmith, which would allow us to make nails a little easier. But I suppose that's all part of the process. And as happy as I am with the progress we've made today, as ever, I want to make more. In the next episode, however, we are going to be traveling north. Once this lot are occupied, we're going to return to that Migo Tower, We're going to find out what that last thing was, claiming our hammer first of all, and returning for the travois. And I know it might seem like things are going a little slow here, but the progress we are making is massive considering what we're working with here. In regular Cataclysm, these bases are easier to construct because 1, you can usually start them in existing structures, or 2, you have many existing structures that you can break apart to find the resources you need. All of this is hard won, and with spring right around the corner, we are going to have our hands full before long. And if you're still with me here at this stage, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned. And finally, I'd like to extend a great big thank you to the Legion on Patreon who continue to make this cataclysmic content possible.